We figure we do an episode, just talk about what's going on with the capital C, like Gabe's representing over there, COVID and online times.
Welcome to Seven Figure Entrepreneur Podcast, the number one podcast bringing you behind the scenes with real online earners. No fake gurus here. And today there's especially no fake gurus because it is just Tyler and I. And we're not gurus yet. No, anyway. But we did have a guest today, but something came up. So we decided, hey, we haven't jumped on here for a minute and had a chat. So here we are. We're going to have a chat.
We should tell the people why the guest couldn't make it.
Because it was his wife's birthday.
He forgot.
Yeah. I don't know if he forgot. He might just be a busy dude. I think like these people got a lot of shit going on, man. They're seven-figure entrepreneurs.
Forgot.
They're seven-figure entrepreneurs.
Not 8, not 9. Well, 8 this year.
It could be.
Gross.
It could
be. Yeah.
I would like some 8.
Got to make that net. 9. No doubt.
Dollars in the pocket. Sign me up for that shit.
Yeah.
Tis the season for money
making.
Episode.
It is. I was actually just about to break into that. We figure we do an episode, just talk about what's going on with the capital C, like Gabe's representing over there, COVID and online times.
He looks backwards though. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, COVID and online times. It was interesting, man, because everyone was just like shit in the bed, like what's going to happen? But ad costs tanked. Shit went down. Like the Titanic. And it was great. It was really fantastic. And I feel like at the start of COVID, like shit was really popping. It was working well. Moves were being made. But then on the lead gen stuff that I do, I felt like our cap was dialed back. Like they were saying it wasn't due to like call centers and such, but I call bullshit on that.
Yeah.
I call it, they just couldn't handle the volume. Also on some of the lead gen stuff that's like lead gen stuff we do that's more like service related, we found that we were more limited on like states and zip codes that we could advertise to.
Totally.
So it did affect it for sure. Affect? I'm so fucking dumb when it comes to that shit. What's the correct one of that? It's not effect.
Ask your wife.
It's affect. No, I asked her way too much shit. Give me a Facebook account and I can make money. Give me fucking letters and I can't spell.
And it's game over.
Teach a man how to fish.
Essentially.
No, I'm just kidding.
Essentially, it's interesting to see how the industry's changed. Overall, a lot of online marketers I talk to, COVID, if anything, has benefited them because they don't have a brick and mortar. And like the amount of people that now shop online seem to have increased. I know a lot of stores, e-com stores, their sales went through the roof. Yeah. Actually, there's one split test I heard. They had a red banner at the top of their site and it said, due to COVID, supplies may take longer to ship. And it actually increased conversion rate.
How? That doesn't make any sense to me.
But it was split tested and by a guy who I trust his split testing, and it worked out. So it's just really funny how things have changed.
Not once would I ever be like, this is going to take a long time. I'm definitely buying this.
Exactly right.
Weird.
I think another thing too is the older demographic who maybe have not felt so comfortable buying stuff online now that since they've been forced to, I think it might have opened up a brand new demographic that was like purchasing, but they didn't feel tech savvy, but now they're like more tech savvy because they have to use Zoom and Skype and all these things to like.
Dude, that's a good point that I didn't think about. That's genius. That's really smart. The other thing too that came out of COVID is I feel like businesses had to be more efficient on shit. Like so like the example I gave the other day was like gyms for some reason, you know, like, so a lot of people that do like studio classes, like spin or whatever. So there's spin studios here and they were literally renting out bikes to you for the month for like $300, deliver them to your door. And then you could they would have online trained courses. It's just like what's it called? The Peloton? Is that the name of the bike?
Peloton, yeah.
Peloton. So it's just like that, only it's more local and it's live and you're doing it with a local instructor. They never did that shit before. But that being said, like they are now keeping a lot of that stuff online. Maybe not spin bikes because they need the bikes back or spin classes, but other fitness classes, they're keeping it online because some people just don't feel safe enough to go into a gym. So that's just like,
Totally.
I'm assuming that is increasing their revenue, which they could have done before and it would have been great.
Yeah. I think the only downside for a lot of those brick and mortar businesses is just the rent they had to pay. Like, didn't your gym that you used to go to close down?
It did. It was like, man, I want to say it was like 34 mil in debt, which I don't understand.
Whoever's loaning a gym $34 million, I have questions.
I think someone bailed it out and bought it. It's still not open though. So I wish it was though, because like, man, the gym I'm going to now, like it's all right, but it's kind of a senior center. And at the same time, like they don't open till they don't open till 10 a.m. And I'm like,
wow,
dude, I like working out first thing in the morning. I like getting it over with. So I'm like refreshed for the day and I can get going. And if, you're more of an evening workout kind of guy.
Yeah, man, I didn't get in there till like 9 o'clock last night, but I made it.
Dude, I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Well, that's the reason I was up till 2:30. Is there limitations where you are as far as like how many people can be in the gym? Do you have to wait in lines or anything?
Yeah, so they do 50 people capacity, and I'm sure that's based on size. So I'm assuming the gym is probably capable of 100 generally.
Gotcha.
No lockers. I can't, like, if I bring something, I have to drag it around with me from machine or bench to bench. They scan my forehead every time I go there, and every time I tell them there's nothing wrong with it. I'm sure they love that. Got to sanitize my hands, and then general practice. I don't have to wear a mask, thank God. I wouldn't go. Honestly, I'd just be like, fuck it. I'll just get fatter. But
in Florida, we have none of that. You go to the gym when you want. There's no mandatory temperature. There's no sanitizer. That's
your numbers are reflecting that. Yeah, you guys are beating your records. Wasn't it like 33,000 in a day? Yes, like
no one likes a quitter.
America's all about winning. Got to beat those numbers, regardless if they're good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time for you to bounce and get the fuck out of there before it's general like hardcore lockdown.
I'll be up for enough.
Soon enough,
right?
In the safe confines of BC, Canada. But yeah, I mean, business-wise, everything seems to be back to normal online. Costs have gone back up on Facebook. Everything's looking normal there.
Mm-hmm.
Cap, like for lead generation affiliate stuff that we do, the cap has been opened up. What else, man? I feel like there's still limitations on some of the states that we can market to, just because I think door-to-door sales-wise, people just don't want to do it right now.
Yeah, I'd say one of the coolest things I've seen come out of this is like how transformative a lot of businesses have become. Like instead of, say for roofing or for windows, now they're doing like, digital presentations, or they're digitally doing reviews. Call centers, one call center we work with, they actually move most of their staff home. And I actually talked to them last Friday, and they have a fairly sizable call center. They buy like tens of thousands of leads a month. And they said what they're doing is if they find you like not doing your work, then you actually have to come to the office. But as long as you're doing your job, they're like happy to leave you at home. And for anyone who's been at home, they actually said they noticed an increase in efficiency.
Interesting. I guess they would just monitor if you're picking up the calls that are coming through or not.
Yeah, pick up the calls. There's a lot of things you can.
Everything's recorded too.
Kind of like track. Yeah, everything's recorded. But you're running that many leads. I don't know how you would listen to all those calls.
No, I guess it would just be more of a numbers game and be like, this person's slacking.
Yeah, maybe cherry pick. But honestly, the online world, a lot of businesses that deal with online lead generation, they've definitely found ways to adapt. The thing that worries me is the companies that haven't.
Like what, for example?
Just like a brick and mortar like business. Like a lot of them are figuring out like grocery stores seem to be fine. Restaurants, that will be a very interesting one.
Dude, I agree with that. But here we found that tons of restaurants that weren't on DoorDash or like Uber Eats before have moved to that, which is fantastic. And they continue to stay on it. And I think that was more just out of necessity, right? Like they're paying the rent at those places. They have to find a way to get food out the door. But that being said, I was going to say tips don't matter, but I guess tips don't matter anyway because it goes to the waiters. in terms of like the business itself and revenue rolling in. But that does suck for the waiters and waitresses. But yeah, I wonder comparable, like how much money these restaurants are making via DoorDash and Uber Eats versus like having people sit in, and
Yeah.
because there's booze involved. There's like, you know, like once the energy's flowing in there, like people just keep drinking, keep ordering. I don't know. I'm
Sounds like
saying
you've had
this.
this experience
Yeah,
before.
yeah. I'm sad about it. But no, things
Yeah.
are like fairly back to normal here. Like it's actually not bad. Like we went out for dinner when everything was first back open, and it was kind of weird, but we went back out like a couple of weeks later, and everything seemed normal. It was just a little bit small, like less people inside, but overall vibe was good. Everyone's back to normal. Everyone's ready to fucking party and spread the virus again.
No doubt. You know, one cool experience has been through all this as well is seeing how the online business models survive during things like a pandemic. Like if anything, I'm thinking having a brick and mortar business could be a very risky investment because you spend all this money to get the space, you have to pay for it, you have like longer term commitments, and obviously there's ways to get the contracts and stuff. But I know even for a fitness studio, you can spend $250,000 to open this thing up, where online you literally, you grab a phone, a tripod, and you start advertising. It's a completely different business model.
Yeah. And it was amazing to see how many people were coming out with courses for fitness related stuff to work out from home.
Yeah.
And I get it, man, but like, yeah, I was just getting beat up with workout from home offers. I even started running one, and it works well. It's crazy. And I'm going to assume that it's going to continue to work well as well, just based off how America's doing right now. And I feel like that fear is kind of driven into a lot of people right now as well. So they probably will never go back to a gym for months and months.
Yeah, quite a while. We were actually talking to some dentists, and right now what they're doing is they're buying other dental practices up because those dentists don't want to operate a business anymore where they have to physically see people. They'd rather just shut it down completely.
That's I guess you can't really pivot to online with dentistry.
Yeah, right? Brush your teeth from home.
You know what you could do though? Like you could generate leads, like I guess you couldn't keep your storefront open because that would just be dumb. But I'm saying that you could just get paid per lead and pass it off to other people if you already have a good name in the industry. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Dentists are wearing masks the whole time. What's the issue?
I know, and glasses.
Yeah. Weird. I don't know. I feel like there's a solution to this, or just like, don't be scared and just follow protocol and you'll be good, you know?
Yeah, no doubt. The big thing I'm thinking about is we've been looking a lot into rental properties. Because if you generate your money online, you got to do something with it afterwards, right? There's a certain point where it's like you just have extra liquid cash. And as you guys know, I'm not a big car guy, which I have been looking at a car. And Gabe may have also been looking at a car, which we will totally unveil once we do it. But long story short, you want to do something with your money. There's no use just leaving it in the bank account other than if you just want to look at it. And so I've been looking at real estate. The only thing is, I guess last month, over 4 million Americans didn't pay their mortgage. So I'm kind of wondering what's even going to happen to the real estate market.
Yeah, I feel like that being said, you kind of look like a new money hurricane. I'm going to buy a gold Rolex kind of guy, you know?
We'll see.
Stand in front of a private jet, drop some courses. This is how I made $100,000 in 12 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, real estate, great call, man. It's interesting. So I'm going through the car buying process, which Tyler sort of mentioned, and I really expected to get better deals right now, but people are kind of holding on like nothing bad's happening. I
think it's still too early yet. I don't think people have like felt the pain enough of not getting a paycheck for a while.
But then I get messages from people being like, "Oh, keep this between us." But I heard like so and so is defaulting on loads of payments. Like a dealership is defaulting on loads of payments, and they're going to start repoing shit. I'm like, interesting. So I don't know, man. I get mixed vibes. I get mixed vibes. So I have no idea what's going to happen until it happens, I guess. But there's got to be like, and here we even talked to some people that were locally, not online or anything like that. And they generally don't even want to go back to work. They're just like, yeah, we enjoy just staying at home, collecting our check. And, if you don't, and I
What do you
get
get
it.
in Canada?
I don't know. I think it's more than the US though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say it's like 2,200 a month, but I have no idea. And sorry guys, like it's something that I didn't even look into. I don't really care honestly, because I have a job, but yeah, I don't, and like, I get it though. Like if you worked like a pretty basic job and that was similar to what your income was at that job, why would you want to go back to work? Because I don't think they put an end to the free money either. Like they haven't said like, we're going to cut you off sometime. I'm sure it's coming. But
everyone likes a good surprise.
Yeah. And I doubt they'll give like a lot of warning, like 30 days, you guys got to get back to work.
Yeah, no doubt. It'll probably be something like that.
Yeah.
You know what else is interesting in this whole thing is the amount of opportunity that has opened up online.
Yes.
We actually have a podcast guest coming up. We're not going to say who it is yet. You guys would know anyways, but basically a former podcast person we interviewed kind of did this private one-on-one mentorship, took on 3 people, and one of the students has literally just been killing it.
Yeah, absolutely killing it. Like $100,000 away from $1 million, you were saying?
Yeah. And
That's
started
dope.
in the last 2 months.
Yeah. So there's like I don't want to go into too much because it'll make for a great podcast, but like, I feel like Tyler and I had to talk her off a cliff a couple of times, be like, this is a real job. You can make real money from it. Listen to us. Don't stop what you're doing. Like Rebecca, like my wife got mad at me. She's like, you're always getting involved in other people's business. I'm like, I'm doing it to help them. Like, trust me. Like, I'm not just doing this for my own personal gain. There's zero gain for me in this at all, except for I'll have a bomb ass guest, like it'll be entertaining on the podcast.
No doubt.
But like,
what is she saying now?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. You know why? Because I'm
good to be a winner.
I'm right.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
No, really though, like the opportunity online, if anything, I think has increased because of COVID. More people are at home. We haven't seen really anything change much on the email side. Open rates have been pretty consistent. Mail as a whole has been pretty consistent, actually. That's been nice as well.
Are you guys mailing the same stuff, or have you like pivoted offers?
Mailing the same stuff.
Interesting.
Go back to school, save money on car insurance, all the same stuff.
You know what? I personally thought car insurance would tank, to be honest with you, because I heard that a lot of people were getting refunds on their car insurance because they weren't even using it, or canceling car insurance because they couldn't go anywhere during COVID, really.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm off on that. I don't know.
We can drive down the street in Florida. They're packed.
Okay, so I just want to say that like Florida and Texas do not represent the entire country. They're their own countries that do what the fuck they want.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I mean, dude, if people still getting cheaper car insurance, like whatever. I also like the leads are still going to be there. And I feel that like people are going to want to save even more money. So if you can position things that like, hey, sign up for this, you're going to save a lot more going with us. It's probably going to work better than it did before, because I feel like people are in need to save that extra buck or two.
Totally. I think people will make a lot more like budget conscious decisions moving forward. And like a lot of businesses too, like Romano, he was looking at a lot of vehicles. He found great deals on his cars. The car you were negotiating for, they didn't want to budge on price, but as soon as the end of the month hit, you got the phone call. Yeah, but that like, that was like literally $2,000. Like, I'm not like walking away from this deal being like, what a fucking steal. But I thought I could come in and lowball. No, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is these guys, they need to move shit, so they will. That's a valid point. You got to hit their numbers. As a sales guy and as a sales, like as a district for, is that even the right term? Or as a whole dealership, I should say. But yeah, man, I don't know. We'll see. I think like a part of me hopes that there's like a yard sale on everything, because I love seeing that shit, just scooping stuff up, like as long as you're in a good position. But
but another part of me doesn't want to see the value of my vehicle tank
Yeah.
that I don't even have in my possession yet. But
Work in progress.
oh, dude, the car buying process, like for higher end vehicles, is just like not exciting. Like I thought it would be. Like this is gonna be easy. No, and then it's just like now shipping. They're like, yeah, we can get it to you by July 22nd, July 25th. I'm like, the summer's gonna be over here. Like, just keep the fucking thing. But
Deals off.
deal is off. The deal's not even like
That's
done.
the Canadian car buying process. America, it's a lot more efficient.
Oh, for sure. Be like, we don't care what your credit is. You don't have to put anything down. Here, take this. You'll like it. Have fun. Yeah. Someone was telling me that the lease purchase price in the US or the lease payments in the US don't go towards the value of the vehicle when you're buying it out.
I don't know. I imagine it's probably on the deal.
Yeah, I don't know. That didn't really make sense to me, but I don't know. And this has nothing to
When
do
I went
with
to
anything.
I went to Ferrari Miami about a month ago, and they were talking about all these different ways that you can like literally buy a car, and they really make it cost effective for you. It's crazy, quote unquote cost effective. Like
in the US, can't you do like 10-year terms on shit?
Yeah, I think there was literally like 10-year terms you can get on a car.
They had trouble pushing for 4-year on mine, and I didn't even get it. I got 3-year.
Wow.
Yeah. Whatever. It is what it is. Crazy world we live in. Crazy world we live in. So do you want to talk about like kind of how we're pivoting a little bit? More so you started the train on your side with the lead gen stuff with your own offer going that way. And then we sort of spilled it over into the Facebook stuff because Facebook's always kind of been a bitch with lead gen. Affiliate lead gen, I should say. So we just wanted to find a better solution that's more long-term. But yeah, do you mind kicking that off and just kind of say what's going on your side?
Yeah. So basically we found a lead buyer, and they worked with lots of companies already. We were kind of getting into new space. We wanted to build our own offer out because some of the biggest companies I've seen in our space, or the bigger ones, specifically have been in the refi space.
Yeah.
And they literally went from, just a 2-man shop to doing like probably $500,000 a day in revenue, just doing like service.
You gapped out a little bit, but basically saying that people are doing like they're starting at 2-man shops and they're doing like millions of dollars of revenue a month, and they get all the email back end, and they get people running their offer on the front end too, and it crushes. Refi itself as a whole has kind of died out a little bit lately, but I think it's coming back slowly but surely. I think your computer's very angry at you right now.
I know. I have more tabs to close after this. But long story short, their business model was just a pretty solid business model when it comes to online stuff. They didn't have to worry about shipping product. They didn't have to worry about customer service. All they had to do was advertise right, make sure the quality of the lead was good, and then they can continue to monetize that lead over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Email, SMS, retargeting.
Yeah.
Moving it to other platforms like Google retargeting, Facebook retargeting, so on.
Working with call centers, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And long story short, that really pushed me to want to build my own offer. And so basically went out and did that, found a market that I thought all the compares were doing a crappy job of. Approached a couple of lead buyers. One said yes. They gave us a lead cap of like, I think 200 to start for the first month. Now we're doing over 8,000 leads a month with them. And it's been a great process, being able to capture that data, the amount of information, that's one thing actually I found to be a huge advantage. Like when you're an affiliate, the downside of being an affiliate is you don't know what happens with this data once it leaves you. Like you generate the lead, it's gone. And all you get is some feedback from advertiser, whether your data is good or it's bad or whatever. But you're missing like 90% of the story. You don't know what's going on with this user, what else they may be interested in, or like how you can refine the users that you're getting in to make them more appropriate buyer. One thing we've been doing is actually educating. Is my computer out again?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I have the worst Wi-Fi. But one thing we've been doing is educating our leads that come up, or come through the system through email, so that when we go to promote something to them, they're in a position where they could take advantage of the offer. So before they're getting rejected, now they're actually qualified leads, and our cost to do that is pretty much nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So building our own internal lead gen offer has been like an absolute game changer for us.
The other thing on the affiliate side that I just want to touch on when Tyler's saying that you have no control over the leads is we'll find that we'll be running the exact same traffic to two different offers or even the same offer and sometimes, and they just don't know we're the same advertiser. Someone's like, oh, this traffic's shit. But the next person will be like, oh, your traffic's great. Give us more. So
Totally.
And it's kind of like to the point where when you've been doing this long enough, you're just like, I'm so sick of fucking offer owners. Like, shut up. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll move over. And like, sorry, this triggered me because we've been dealing with it right now. And I just feel that like there's always nitpicking on stuff. And I'm like, well, if the quality's good, we're not ruining your brand by saying anything shady. Then what are you so mad about?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. That's kind of two different things that I'm going over there, but yeah, fuck offer owners. No, I'm just kidding. Joking.
No, but even like to your point there, like, so now I used to think the same thing, but now seeing the other side of like, we started working on building a bit of our own call center out.
Yeah.
And we'll run, 3 different sources. I see how come I want to run a higher quality source, because the strain on the call center, the people having to do the phone calls and stuff, it's far less, it's far more efficient, because they're paying for people's time on their end, where when you're affiliate running traffic, you're just like, oh, my lead should be good enough. Yeah. Well, they may be decent, but compared to another source that's way more qualified, like I'd rather work with the more quality one as opposed to like just the shit.
I think the point, and like I agree with you there 100%. The point that I was getting at, I think lately that we're seeing is we get quality reports back like, hey, your quality's on point, everything's great. And then they get like one complaint being like, oh, someone mentioned that you can get this for free. We're nowhere in our stuff does it say you can get stuff for free.
Yeah.
It's not even positioned as free. We never do it. It's all approved. Like, you've already seen all of our shit before. Like, we went through this process. And then they're like, why the fuck are you guys running this stuff? It has a free undertone. We're like, what? Like, go away. Yeah. There's no issue with the quality. You've been happy with it up to this day, and you have one idiot complaining via the phone, and now you're trying to like burn all this down. Like, all right, like, go fuck yourself.
That is actually one thing I've kind of noticed, like how easy consumers get different brands confused, especially when they're not established brands. Like, everyone knows who the fuck Walmart, Target is. Everyone knows. But like when there's 2 brands online in the same market with close names, like we get complaints all the time of like, I forget what it was, something like, so we have a giant database of every lead that's come through. And I think we've had, I don't know, maybe 400,000 leads come through, maybe 350, something like that. But like hundreds of thousands of leads, right? And we'll have people, I can put in your name and see if you're in my database. We have people complain to us that aren't in our database. They're not our leads. And when you try to explain it to them, they just don't understand and they refuse. They're so convinced, but like you go through all your records, they're just not in there. So working with consumers sometimes is just such a pain in the ass.
So who are you talking to? The consumer or the lead buyer?
The consumer.
Gotcha. Okay.
Consumers just get so confused.
Do the lead buyers ever get complaints? Like, do they ever give you complaints about certain customers?
Yeah, certain things come up. The one thing I've learned a lot too is like how to manage the lead buyers, and like a good lead buyer versus a not so hot one. Like a good lead buyer will give you something called disposition reports, which basically it will explain to you in a level of detail how come a lead didn't qualify. And from there, there's so much you can do with your ads, your landing pages, like your filtering questions, everything. But some lead buyers will call you. I have, one specifically that will say, this person said, do not contact them. Yeah. Or we got some do not contacts today. I'm like, okay, cool. How many? And then nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, and then we review it and it was 1 out of 100.
So how did they even end up on your list then if they signed up for some shit?
One person, they signed up. And there's actually tools like Trusted Form. What Trusted Form does is it actually records the user signing up. So if the user ever complains, it shows their IP, it shows them putting in the information, like you have evidence. And they do that because a lot of people, like if you were to start filling out forms on your own, you'd get busted, right?
Yeah.
And so, but this, like you could, if someone tried to sue you, you could have your lawyer be like, well, I have a complete video recording matching your home IP showing you record, like signing up for this. So it is you.
Damn.
Yeah. But people, that's what I'm saying, man. Working with consumers, like we've had consumers sign up saying like, I was shot while I was driving my car. I'm like, what are you doing signing up for this? Or there's actually one real bad one, man. We had one person sign up telling us that their husband beat them.
Crazy.
And we are not in that market at all. And they just kept on sending all these emails in. So I end up, and it actually someone from the local area in Florida where I live, like in like a city next over. And anyway, so I called my friend who's a police officer, and we had a whole discussion on how to handle it and stuff. It's crazy what people will tell you online. That's another thing I learned. Like there's no hold back, man.
I guess because it's like semi-anonymous.
Except I have your address, like.
I guess, but like, I don't know.
You filled it out.
Some people just
crazy.
I guess some people just want to like talk to someone. I don't know, man. That's
Totally.
that's like a whole different story on its own. But that's crazy. No dick pics yet. No dick pics.
Only vagina pics.
Nice. That's
yeah.
Worse.
Those came through one time.
I don't know. I don't know what I would rather see, to be honest.
Neither is the answer.
Yeah, that's valid.
You know what else is cool though? It's cool to hear your success stories from your clients, like the ones that you actually help. That's been rewarding because now when you're an affiliate, like when's the last time you heard from a client? Never, right? This is different. You actually hear people how you've actually helped their lives. It's pretty cool.
I hear a lot of complaints on my Facebook ads.
Oh yeah, you see those for sure.
Scam, ripoff. Sir, did you even click on the link? Do you even know what's going on here? Like,
yeah.
No.
There's actually a really good one I've seen. It's basically, it looks like a police siren.
Yeah.
And it's a GIF, so it's very eye-catching.
Nice.
I was really impressed with the person that came up with that.
Yes. Have you seen on your ads where people just like bury it in GIFs? They just put like nonstop GIFs, like they don't know how to talk. Just like GIF after GIF after GIF.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of Donald Trump GIFs.
That just shows what market you're going after. Florida. So that being said, on my side of things with the affiliate stuff, so we still run an affiliate stuff, still run an affiliate lead gen. It's kind of slowed down a bit. I haven't had any big months since probably earlier in the year. But coming into the new year, we did end up buying a website that basically we bought it because it had a good domain name, and it has a great funnel set up where we generate data, and I don't even like, I'm trying not to give away too much about it, but explain what it does, and basically we just monetize the lead with email. The site's riddled with fucking AdSense, and it makes a lot of money on the front end. And we came into this trying to break even on the front end, but it ended up that we were able to be very profitable on the front end, to the point where the front end numbers were almost beating the back end numbers. And that's only because the email list was still getting built. But I would say it probably took since January to get that thing to where it is, to get it to a point where it's fairly profitable. I would say the first profitable, like real profitable month was like April, May. Sorry? What'd you say? I
was going to say, how many leads do you think you've generated on that so far?
Oh man, just in the last 7 days, I did 30,000.
Yeah. What do you think, $250,000 total?
Man, we were averaging like 100 G a month there for like a few months, and a lead is anywhere from like 50 cents to $1. I don't know what that fucking math is, but a lot. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's been exciting. That's been cool. It's
quite a few.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I was going to say, if anyone's familiar with it, it's basically an online publishing model. So
Yeah.
you advertise, you get people to sign up for your newsletter, you send them content in your newsletter, but you also put like AdSense or affiliate offers in there. So you give people a reason to open because they want to consume the content,
Yeah.
like good quality. You got to focus on quality content, but as a byproduct, they end up clicking on your ads and you end up making money that way, which is super cool.
Yeah, we were so impressed with the front end that we thought there was a mistake in our numbers. We thought we really fucked something up.
Yeah.
But it turned out it was just, I'm just a beast on Facebook and I print money. No, I'm just kidding. It's totally a lie. But
this is far.
You're gonna have to re-ask that, sir. What'd you say?
Sorry, my beautiful Wi-Fi. What have you noticed as far as
You might
those asset budgets? There's all sorts of stuff.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're asking because like you got from most of that. So I'm assuming what do you see? What am I seeing that works well in terms of generating lead gen stuff right now? Cool. I'm gonna go with that while you sort your shit out. So I've been trying a mix of CBO and ad set budget. I have a tough time scaling with CBO. I find that I can make CBO consistent, but I can't scale it as big as I can with ad set budget. And maybe I just don't fully understand how to do it yet. I haven't figured that out. But if I want to go big, I use ad set budget. But if I want to go steady, I use CBO. I just find that CBO lasts for like a few days and then just burns out. But it'll consistently last for a few days if I keep relaunching. Ad set budget, I feel like your campaign or your ad has to hit a certain threshold. And when I say threshold, maybe it's engagement. Maybe Facebook just has to see it one day, and it just has enough quality engagement that it's just like, hey, yeah, this is good shit. We can continue to give this guy the top tier traffic, and then you can just duplicate the fuck out of it to the point where it just prints. To the point where I'm making like 200 to 300 ad sets a day, and it's not affecting anything in terms of overlap and shit like that. But it's challenging to get to that point for sure. Like it can take me 15 to 30 days testing the same stuff over and over again. But yeah, both work. I haven't been able to make CBO pop off crazy yet. But if there is anybody out there that's a CBO expert, let me know because I'd love to learn it. But that being said, like our media guy, like we told him to start testing CBO and he's been crushing it, man. Like he's been doing like $2,000 days, $1,000 days, give or take. Only CBO. And when I say $2,000 days or $1,000 days, I mean profit. I don't really talk in total rev, but yeah, man, that's about it. The cool thing about this model too, to go back to the website, is it's just like the email list just continues to print cash. It's great. And we're also doing another one right now that has SMS built into it as well. And I'm really excited to see the consistency of that. And it's nice to have multiple revenue streams. I can't stress that enough. And like, I know that that's just a given, man, but like from coming from the affiliate world and just being so narrow, like just having like tunnel vision, just like I have to get these ads popping. I got to spend as much as I can to make as much as I can. And if I don't make money.
Yeah.
But this other model is just, it's so great. And it pulls a little stress off you and you can kind of focus on bigger picture stuff, which is quite fantastic. So yeah, I'm like to the point where I was talking to Tyler the other day and I was like, man, if these sites continue, like I'm not even going to fuck with affiliate stuff anymore because it's a waste of my time.
Totally. At the end of the day, you're still putting in the same amount of work, but the output's completely different when you have multiple streams.
Yeah. I agree with that. So yeah, that's really exciting. I'm gonna keep running affiliate stuff. We're gonna keep moving forward with that because I do feel that there's potential there. And I also feel that the goal with that and is just to find something that we can continually make work and then turn it into either our own offer or find a way to partner up with the offer owners so we also benefit on that back end traffic. Because just working with so we work a lot with EverQuote on their auto insurance stuff, and man, they're just kind of a pain in the ass at the end of the day. And I'll say it outright. We've been seeing tons of people dropping them. They're trying to get people to fill out forms that give out your business address, everything. They want full info of who you are, your full website, your company name, everything like that. It's just that, and I get where they're coming from because they're trying to protect their brand. But at the same time, that's not what affiliate marketing is about. And I don't know. I'm not going to go in it too much, but it's just kind of bullshit.
Well, I think the biggest thing is from the affiliate point of view. If you're providing everything, you're providing your secret sauce.
Yeah.
And to give that up as opposed to just change offers, gets to be a challenging thing to give up at the end of the day. Because, that feels like they have so much control already that if you literally give up all your ads, your accounts, and I think there's been advertisers in the past who have literally ripped everything their affiliates are doing and did it on their own.
Yeah.
And because, their affiliates can't compete because, if the advertiser runs direct, they just have more margin because now they're not having to pay.
Yeah.
And they can keep that. It's just not a fair trade.
And it's also I kind of feel like they're shooting their business in the foot because my thoughts is they're just going to gather as much info as they can gather and run internally. But straight up, nobody can hit numbers like me and the affiliate guys that I know in this space for a brand. There's no way their internal team will touch it at the lead cost that we can get it to. And once we know that they're basically going to just jack our shit and run it internally, it's why would we ever work with you again?
Yeah.
I feel it's companies and affiliates need to look at it more as a partnership with these bigger companies because there's just so much more room for growth with yeah. And I feel they kind of a lot of companies fuck around with payouts and stuff like that lately too. They'll cut payouts in half, which I understand because if they're not making money on something, you got to do that. But why not work with the affiliate or the advertiser and just be hey, this is what we're seeing. Is there any way that you can try and get a higher quality lead by doing this, and this? But
that's where I was getting those dispositions. When what's not working, there's so much you can do to change the quality.
Yeah.
But the lack of communication is one of the biggest killers. I think a tough business model and overall a struggling business model is just being an affiliate network.
Oh, for sure.
You're trying to broker this, you're trying to limit information back and forth.
Yeah, man. I feel
payouts get cut, affiliates get pissed off. It leads to problems.
Yeah. And I also feel so many affiliate companies, if you're not direct as an affiliate company with the company, the offer owner themselves, it's not worth it, man. If you're getting it brokered from another company that's getting it from the source, I wouldn't work with you. People try and bring me offers all the time. You can't fuck with my payout. Just go away. So I feel unless you have some original shit and some top tier payouts, it's you don't have a chance.
Yeah. Or you're going to get stuck with the lower tier affiliates. That's all co-reg traffic, or they say it's email, but it's actually SMS, stuff like that.
Or they try to run auto insurance with the coronavirus angle.
Sorry, what was that?
Try to run auto insurance with a coronavirus angle.
Yeah.
Someone, and I don't know, I hope they listen to this because I don't know, it's just funny, but someone ran auto insurance with the coronavirus angle, due to the pandemic, prices are being slashed, and it just basically destroyed auto insurance industry. People fucking started shitting a brick. Affiliate companies started losing offers just because of it. It was gangster. They basically destroyed an entire industry in a week.
That's the other downside of affiliates and advertisers not working together. Like if there was a true relationship there, affiliates they wouldn't shortcut bullshit like that in order to make a dollar.
Exactly. And
Or
I
the
think
ones
that's
that
what
did would quickly be eliminated.
I think that's what EverQuote's trying to do by having all this information, right? They're be like they can kind of sort out the bad apples. But yeah, I don't know. Not for me.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, I don't run shady shit either. Like, because I know it's just gonna fuck me hard. Because if you get caught, they just won't pay you out. And when we're running heavy, man, like we're spending like 30 to 70 grand a day. That shit adds up quick. Imagine not getting a payout for $1 million. Like that would kill your business. Yeah. How you doing over there? How's the internet? You holding it together?
Yeah, not so well. I switched to holding on very well.
Well, I mean, we can cut this short because I feel like
provider.
we can cut this short because I feel like your internet wants to cut this short. We've been going.
No doubt.
We've been going for a minute.
Yeah.
We got this going. I mean, I feel like it's good to just have like these one-on-one chats and kind of say what's up to the crew. It's been a minute.
It has been a little while.
Yeah.
One thing we've been kind of still debating, and it's been a fucking very long thought process, is actually doing some more actual, like every now and again, if you guys follow us on Instagram, Gabe will drop some Facebook stuff, do some screenshots of like what he's seen as far as lead costs and accounts. It's been a while since you've done that though, right?
Yeah, it has. I should jump on it, man. I feel like I have all these great ideas for 7Fig and stuff, but then I just get sucked into like money making business, but which is shooting myself in the foot because 7Fig as a whole, even though that's not our main goal, is eventually it could just make way more than what we do now, or at least a fair amount, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I got to wrap this up because I got to fucking bounce. I got to go wire some money to the dealership so I can get this car. And then I got to make ads or bake ads. I guess it's the same. I'm just
make and bake.
Yeah. Just a baker baking some ads up.
That's right.
Give me a dozen, homie. A dozen.
I'm curious to see if people can figure out what kind of car you're looking at.
I don't know. It's not a fucking Lambo. I'll tell you that much.
Well, there goes. Big chunk of the market.
Honda Civic Type R.
Ferrari guy, or is he a Porsche guy?
Fuck that. That's tough because I'm both.
You look like a Ford F-150 guy to me, but that's my opinion.
I mean, I'm down with the Ford Raptor, man. That shit's dope. I would drive one of those.
Yeah, that's a nice truck.
But I live in a city, and it's like, I don't know. Maybe if I lived in Florida.
Lived in Colorado, you'd buy one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Florida as well.
I don't know. McLaren? I like McLarens, but I mean, like, the only one I really like is like the 720. And that shit is rich, man. I don't got 300K sitting around. I wish.
Well, Ferrari or Porsche, let's see if it comes up. What you going after? Yeah. I think if I look through your gram, I'd be able to figure it out, to be honest.
Dude, my gram's got Ferrari and Porsches on it, and McLarens.
Well, McLaren wasn't an option.
I guess I'm slowly like ruining it. Watch all this happen, and then the deal fall through, and I'll just be like, yeah, no car. That's why I like.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I hate mentioning shit like this, man, because it drives me insane. Because we've done it before, and it's just like, that doesn't make sense.
Well, this will be the pressure for you to actually pull through.
Dude, I'm ready. I legit just got the text to send me the fucking wire info. So.
Yeah, I'd still guess the same.
You would?
Wow, there's a lot of pictures of your wife on here.
Dude, she's way better to look at than me, to be honest.
What a good husband.
I post more pictures of you, but you're never around, so. Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair.
That's true.
What movie's that from?
I have no idea.
I don't know exactly which one, but I'm pretty sure it's some Austin Powers movie. Am I right on that?
Yeah, I think you are, actually. Well, the Hummer's cool.
Dude, that Hummer just got painted like neon yellow.
Did it?
Yeah, man, it's gonna
Man,
look dope.
that
I can't
still
wait to
blows
drive
my
it.
mind, man.
Tell
The
me.
fact that Damon was able to build that brand, Daily Driven Exotics. Like, I thought it was the stupidest idea. I give him credit. He won that round for sure.
Dude, I feel like we should have him on here just to have like a little chatty chat, you know?
Yeah. I could tell him how I thought he was going
Yeah.
to.
Told Therese, cool. Oh shit, wire info's coming over.
Do it.
I love how, oh man, this is crazy. I'm just gonna get a little IG pick in here, you know, to show that we actually do stuff with this channel sometimes.
Every now and again.
Every now and again. Yeah, man. All right. Well, I guess we'll end this. I don't even need to give an outro because this wasn't really a real podcast. So fuck it. But I mean, like, if you liked it, subscribe. If you liked it, like the video. Maybe give us a review. I don't know. It's really
definitely stay tuned for the next episode because I feel we have our best like 7-figure case study coming up.
Oh, dude. Yeah, she's not. It's a girl for one, which is
not even case story, success story.
There'll be others before her though, so you can't say next.
No, this will be best. Oh, we'll see. I think by the end of this week, it'll be good.
I guess she's got nothing else to do except for listen to what we tell her to do because she's listened
money.
to us this far. So just to let you know, you have a podcast at this day. Please show up.
Yeah, please pass $1 million.
Yeah.
Point.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you for listening.
All right, man.
Gang. Yeah. See you on the next one. Peace out.